I've never seen this happen. I've never heard anyone respond like this. Whoever says these things, you might want to add this line to your repertoire of I've never lines. I've never opened my mind to other possibilities. Because I think that would be factual. Just because you've never seen or heard something like it doesn't mean it's impossible. It seems to me that many like to assume that many others would think in the same way or in a similar way as they did. Why? Honestly, is this a failure of the education system? The fact that we have failed to teach people some critical thinking skills and discernment in the simple fact that not everyone thinks the same way. Has the education system made us think that everyone's thoughts should be a carbon copy of one another's? Wouldn't it actually be a logical conclusion that different people have different thoughts, literally by virtue of the sheer number of people existing in this world? I came across this while I was doom scrolling. So basically, you want to feel loved and taken care of in a certain way, but your partner or spouse likes to express love and care in a different way than you would like to receive it. And I thought this is so true in that so often we do things because we like to feel loved and taken care of in that particular way. But did we stop to think about whether the receiver actually likes it or not? Does the receiver also feel loved in the same way? Because they may not. If I assume that my partner or spouse wants to be taken care of in similar ways to myself, that is flawed thinking. Because I'm assuming it, firstly. So if I get it right, then great luck. If I get it wrong, and I don't bother to ask him or her or find out how they want to feel taken care of or loved, then I might just be doing it wrong. It would be great if we all communicated more clearly, like, hey, this is nice, but could you do that or that? Because that would be important to me and would make me feel very loved. I think this is perfectly fine, rather than, it seems to me some couples don't communicate that well and try to read minds, and I don't think I've seen anything good come out of that. And this applies to friendships, to family dynamics as well. Then again, such behavior is learned, which means it can be unlearned. It's always a matter of being aware that people think and feel differently. I might be okay with someone calling me names because I don't care, but another person might find it rude no matter what. I want to share something that I've experienced. So, I was on a weekend vacation once, and there was, I believe, a mother son pair staying in the same hotel as I was in. So I first saw them outside the hotel. The son, I'm honestly not sure of his relationship with the elderly lady, but I assume he's the son. So let's just call him the son for purposes of this story. He was very impatient with the elderly lady. The elderly lady couldn't walk very fast. In fact, she was extremely slow. But that wasn't why the son was being impatient with her. I did not hear their exchange, but it seemed that the elderly lady, for some reason, disagreed or had doubts about where the son was telling her to go. Something like, this is the way to our hotel, and it seemed she was wondering if he even knew the correct way. So then I had to wait for the lift, and by the time it came, the mother-son pair was already in the building. The building wasn't very big. It's a short walk to the lift. The lift came, I went in, doors are closing. Then the son pressed the button to open the doors. Then he gestured and told the elderly lady to move faster because the lift was here. At that moment, I was wondering, why would you not want to wait for the next lift? There is another working lift right beside the one I'm in, by the way. And why would you want to rush this elderly lady who obviously has mobility issues to rush for this lift anyway? I couldn't comprehend it really. And at that moment, I thought he was being quite curt to the elderly lady, and I was thinking to myself, do you have to be that curt? Basically, I judged him silently, without knowing anything about their dynamics. Also, maybe because he made me wait when I could have went up and he could have just waited for the next lift. Anyway, so when I was checking out, I saw this elderly lady along the corridor. She looked super lost, like she didn't know where she was, and she kept asking me where the toilet was. Then I asked her where her room was because there are no toilets along the corridor. She'd have to go back to her room. And it seemed that she was maybe someone with dementia or some other condition. Like she couldn't comprehend what I was saying and just kept repeating that she needed to pee and needed to find a toilet. I was like, there's no toilet here, but you can come with me to the reception at level 1, then maybe we can find one there. And when the lift came, I was like, come in, we'll go to level 1. And she refused. She was like, there's no toilet in there. And I was like, but you have to go to level 1. And she just walked away to I don't know where. So I went to the reception and told the staff about this lady, and apparently they are aware of her condition. So the staff immediately went upstairs to help her out. After that interaction, I realized that maybe I was too quick to judge the son. It's difficult being a caregiver, and I have no idea how difficult it actually is for him. And through that short exchange with the elderly lady about the toilet, I can already tell that it really is not easy. So I realized I was too quick to judge, and the son probably acted that way because he's really stressed out. Of course, it doesn't give him an excuse to be rude, but we have no idea about their dynamics. Maybe the elderly lady could be even more rude. So, anyway, I realized it's really not our place to judge others for whatever reason we think they should be judged upon, or at least don't be too quick to judge. If you're still here, thank you for listening. Has there been any occurrences where you felt that you were too quick to judge?